Level 1. The Hangaround. You're 22, you see them. A pack of riders tearing down the highway, leather cuts, death's head patches. You follow them on your busted Honda. They pull off into a bar, you stop in the parking lot, and you wait. 2 hours later, and you're still standing next to their bikes. Rain soaks your jacket, the sergeant-at-arms steps out, he scans the lot, sees you, but doesn't react. This is the first test. Your dad left before you could walk, your mom works double shifts just to keep the lights on. You're a nobody. But these men, no one tells them what to do. Nobody looks them in the eye, people move when they see them. You want that, so you wait. The sergeant-at-arms steps out again, 2 fingers, come in. No handshake, no welcome, but it still means more than anything ever has. Because someone finally noticed you. You show up the next Friday, and the one after that. Rain or shine, you don't ask questions. You haul chairs, you lift tables, you fetch beers, you clean up after parties without being asked. You watch them talk. Stories about runs, territories, enemies, business spoken about in half sentences. You just listen. This isn't just a club, it's a family, and you have to earn your place. After a year, a patched member jerks his head at you. Stick around. You get your cut, just a blank one, nothing more. But now someone's tracking your attendance. Someone knows you exist. For the first time in your life, that feeling is more dangerous than anything that comes next. Level 2. Prospect. You're 25 now. You've been the help for 3 years. 3 years of cleaning their bikes and running drinks. For no money. One night your full patch friend stands up. Sponsors you in front of everyone. You're made a prospect. You're not in, you're on trial. You embarrass them, you both pay. You get a new Harley and a prospect tag on the front of your cut. You're also learning the rules now. On rides, you take the last position, eating exhaust from 40 bikes ahead of you, but you never break formation. Sunglasses up when greeting a member, riding gloves off when you shake their hand, because respect in biker culture isn't requested, it's earned. After a ride, the sergeant-at-arms pulls you aside. I have a job for you. You're handed the keys to a black F-250. Your route? Casa Grande to Tucson. A police cruiser pulls behind you, flashing blue lights in your rearview mirror. If they find the duffel bag in the back, the one full of rifles, it's 5 years in prison. You start sweating. You're not even a full member yet, but you're about to lose everything. But the lights fade away. You've made it. A man named Crow takes the bag, hands you $500 in cash, triple what you used to make. Be here at the same time next week. Before long, it becomes routine. Eventually, the fear goes away. On the way back, you pass a prison. The one your full-patch friend was thrown into last week. He told you to get out while you can. You think about that sometimes, but then feel the cash in your pocket and keep driving. But getting patched in isn't guaranteed. One mistake, one hesitation, one moment of disrespect, and you're out. Level 3. Full patch member. You're 27 now, 2 years prospecting. No missed calls, no missed runs, no mistakes. You're invited to church night. The moment's finally here. You knock on the door. Come in. One by one, every hand goes up. The vote's unanimous. You're made a full patch member. You get the full cut, top rocker with Hell's Angels on it, bottom rocker with the chapter's state. Death's head in the center. You sit at the table now. You have a vote. You have a voice, but that comes with more mud checks. The vice president calls you. The banditos are rolling into Las Vegas. No hall pass, handle it before their kickstands hit the ground. You drive out with 2 other members. You find them outside a bar in Fremont. 3 of them. You don't hesitate because hesitation gets you killed. 3 shots, they drop, you're gone. You drive back in silence, you wait to feel something. Guilt, shock, nausea, anything. Nothing comes, you sit outside the clubhouse alone that night. Still waiting. Your hands aren't shaking, your breathing is normal. Somehow everything's quiet inside you, like something got switched off tonight. And it's never switching back on. But you make $1,500 a week now, you buy a new bike. You buy your mom a house, you tell her you got a promotion, she hugs you tightly and cries. She says she's proud of you. You tell her you love her. She doesn't know and she never will. You don't clean floors anymore, the hangarounds do it for you. Prospects take orders from you because hierarchy inside the club isn't symbolic, it's operational. You handle territory. You make sure the patch is respected, you take center position on rides, but now you're a target. Rival gangs know your face, law enforcement knows your name, the only way out is to become a rat, and rats don't live long. Level 4, Sergeant at Arms. You're 30 now, 3 years patched in, you've shown up to every mandatory ride, every vote, you've taken 2 bullets, been arrested 3 times, but you never talked. The president thinks you're reliable enough to lead, so he holds a vote. It's unanimous again. You're the new Sergeant at Arms, not the loudest man in the room, but the steady one. 10 full patch members answer to you now. They handle your gun running, narcotics, and protection rackets. You take a cut from each of them, kick up the rest to the vice president. That's $3,000 a week, but you're also the war chief. The orders come down. We're moving on Mongol territory, their casino in Laughlin, this weekend. You ride in with 50 members, tension explodes, fists, steel-toed boots, knives. 3 brothers don't come home. 6 months later, the feds indict Mongol leadership, RICO charges. You move in quietly, but the feds are looking at you too now. Drawing up RICO, assault and extortion charges. There's a task force dedicated to taking you down. Rival gangs have a bounty for your head. Then the VP calls again. Problem inside. Handle it. The name stops you cold. Danny. He sponsored your prospect application. Drove 4 hours when your mom had a stroke. Stayed in that waiting room till 3 a.m. but he's been skimming profits for himself. You call him. Clubhouse. Tonight. He shows up because he trusts you. You take him to the back lot. He doesn't fight back. He knows you're right. He pleads. He begs. But you're responsible for removing every threat. So you shoot and walk away. Because the rules don't care about history, and now neither do you. Level 5. Vice President. You're 35 now, nearly a decade of wearing the patch. You've enforced discipline, protected the chapter, took territory from rival gangs. When the vice president steps down, health issues, federal pressure, burnout, another vote is taken, you're appointed the new vice president. You oversee hundreds of members in the chapter, you take second position on the road. If the president's not around, you run church. You're head of operations, you start seeing the club differently now. It's not a rebellion anymore, it's a business. You see a new Hangaround. He's howling cheers across the room, eager, hungry. You see your old self in him. But you don't feel nostalgia, you see a liability. A risk assessment and a cut, you wonder when that changed. You make sure all the hustles are running smoothly. Debt collection, gun running, narcotics, distribution. You take a cut from everything. That's $5,000 a week. You buy a house in a gated community, you upgrade your ride, but the money comes with more responsibilities. Something feels wrong with a prospect. He asks too many questions, shows up too eager for everyone. You put a member on him quietly. Till him. 3 days later, he comes back. He just walked into a federal parking lot. You tell the sergeant at arms to deal with it. Both go back to the clubhouse. Only the sergeant comes back. You can't do it yourself. There's too many eyes on you. The FBI has taped your phone. There are more informants disguised as prospects. They get you, they get the whole operation. But you know that, so you always discuss business in person. But every decision is being monitored. If any of them trigger investigations, indictments, wars. One morning you walk out to your bike, something looks wrong. You call your mechanic, he checks it over. Brake line, nearly severed. Clean cut, not wear. Someone inside your own organization just tried to kill you. You go back inside. You pour a drink. You don't know who. You may never know. Level 6. President. You're 40 now. Almost 2 decades around the table. Everyone you came up with is buried, locked up, or on the run. You've seen chapters rise and fall, but you've kept your clubhouse running. And when the president hands in his patch, everyone knows you're next in line. You sit at the head of the table now. You ride at the head of the formation. Every vote, every war plan, every business opportunity runs through you. You're the chapter's representative. In territory meetings with rival gangs, in media stories and law enforcement reports, the patch's value is measured by your name. You don't handle operations anymore, you delegate. You focus on strategy, you decide when to expand and when to ally. The younger guys are always looking at you like how you used to look at the older guys. Like you're untouchable, but you know better. You have everything you chased at 22. The patch, the power, and the respect. But you feel nothing. You stop feeling in that parking lot in Las Vegas. The president's seat wasn't the destination, it's just where the process ended up. 5 years later, you're too old to ride your bike and that's it. You're retired. You take off the cut you've worn for decades, hand in the patch you bled for, and get left with nothing. Danny is gone, your mom is gone, everyone who knew you before the patch is gone. You did that. The next day, you see them. A pack of riders tearing down the highway. You see a kid, maybe 22, riding dead last, eating exhaust fumes, never breaking formation. You recognize that look. You wore it for 18 years. You say nothing because nobody said anything to you. And even if they would have, you wouldn't have listened.